You're like, I don't even care about a profit and loss. I want to go into a tax return.
Yeah, I typically it's like tax return is going to be the one that I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get, put the most amount of effort in trying to get. What we typically end up with most of the time are P&Ls that the broker or the selling party will give us, which are great. They are useful for a bunch of different reasons, but the ultimate goal is to end up with a tax return because that was that's the document that was filed with the IRS. So we just go with the assumption that it is a more reliable document rather than what we see a P&L, because a P&L could be prepared by their back office staff. You don't know who that is. It could be an intern, it can be, somebody's
Some
aunt. Like
lousy
we don't
bookkeeping.
know, or there could be some funny stuff going on with these P&Ls and we don't know. So I don't view them as being reliable until I actually have a tax return and I can kind of start reconciling the numbers. So if I see something on a P&L that goes, hey, revenues is 1.4 million, the tax return also shows 1.4. Now then I start to build the credibility up of the P&L. Why I still like P&Ls though is because sometimes, not all the time, they're actually more detailed than the tax return. So the tax returns, they have some certain line items and they can't really expand that much. They just like the purpose of a tax return is just to know, just to tell the IRS, how much taxes are we going to have to pay. That's it. It doesn't necessarily give you the best breakout. It gives an okay one, but not the best one. That's where I like to use both, but you kind of, if I made the connection properly, you kind of need both in a way to at least make sure your P&L is valid. However, if you have to get stuck with one, like it's always better to be stuck with a tax return. But it just, business transactions are so vastly different. Sometimes you get them right away, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have to make an offer without them. Sometimes, for example, on this one we got them up front. So that actually makes our lives way easier.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that.